So this is kind of a spoiler because I kind of forgot to do an overview slash tour of the room pre-makeover. So this is what the room looks like, and you're about to watch how I made it happen. Oh, hi there. Are you here for the budget-friendly home office makeover? Perfect. I was just about to get started, so you're right on time. But first of all, let me tell you what the plan is for today. Also, before I bulldozer right into this video, hi, my name is Elle. I'm 28 years old. I live in New York City. I live in a 3-bedroom apartment with my boyfriend in Brooklyn. And I have this beautiful room to myself. But since we have moved into this apartment, this is the room that I have neglected the most. Which is funny because it's one of the rooms where I spend most of my time. Not only do I have a fully remote corporate job, but I also have a YouTube channel, which means I spend hours and hours every week doing a lot of editing, and a lot of it happens in this room. And lastly, I also have announced that I'm currently trying to pursue a side hustle and a career in photography, so I want to make sure that there's room for creativity in this space as well. I wanted to inspire productivity, but also creativity. So I want to make it colorful. I want to just have a lot of fun with it, and definitely will continue, you know, after this video to make more updates to this room and customize it even more. But I do want to create a really good base today and make it so it feels finished, even though, you know, I'll still be adding on more things over time. So here's what we're gonna do today. So first of all, this closet has been a big problem area for me because I cannot stand the look of this open closet anymore. So the first thing we're gonna do today is install some curtains to hide this. Oops. I just picked some very simple linen looking beige or tan curtains because I really don't want this closet to be a focal point of the room. So we're just gonna discreetly hide everything that's in this closet behind those beautiful curtains. Now in this little seating area of the room where I have my beautiful fake Togo chair, we are going to add some arts right here. Let me show you. I thrifted this. I thrifted both of these for like $30 each at this little antique store near me. So this is kind of the vision. Very precarious, but I don't know if you can even see the whole thing. But yeah, the goal is to put both of these kind of like stacked up together. Also, if you're wondering why I have 2 guitars here, I also play music. I'm kind of that person who has like a million hobbies. Also, in the same little corner, I am planning on repainting this little shelf over here. This was kind of a hand-me-down from previous roommates, and it has, in my opinion, some pretty ugly looking stickers on the side, and I don't want to spend hours and hours trying to remove those stickers. I have some mint green paint left over from another project, so I'm gonna use that. I think it will add a really nice touch of color. Also on this side of the room, I'm going to add a plant right here, a pretty big plant. I'm thinking of getting either like a bird of paradise or like a monstera. I used to have my desk against the wall here, but I feel like it just looked weird, so I just centered it more. And I think it looks better now, and I think it creates a really nice space for plants. I also have this little lamp here that needs a light bulb, so I'm just gonna install a light bulb, and that's gonna be a really nice, cute source of light. For this wall, I also bought this poster at a thrift store. Does it look good? And I'm planning on putting it in a chrome silver frame. And finally, since this is a very budget-friendly and crafty makeover, I'm gonna use this fabric that I have here, which is like a denim with little stars. I'm gonna use that to make a throw pillow with my trusted sewing machine. And that will be the last touch for this room, at least for today. Like I said, this will still be kind of a work in progress, but by the end of this video, I might actually want to work in this office and not dread going to it every single day like I am right now. Okay, so I kind of had to reorganize this whole closet just so I could close it, because basically this rail with the coats was kind of sticking out, because this one, I don't know if you can tell, but it's like a little bit more shallow. They're kind of like staggered. So I just needed nothing to stick out so I could put the curtains on. Okay, so let me also explain kind of like the system that I'm gonna be using, because I didn't want to really drill anything into those closets because they came with the apartment, so I don't want to quote unquote damage them. So I got these like telescopic curtain rails that basically you could just like make them the size that you want, and then they'll just like stick against it should just stick to the walls of the closet. All right, so I'm gonna make it smaller. Okay, this seems pretty straight. Right. Oh, I should have probably put the curtain on first. Curtain first. I think there's 2 in there. Hopefully there's 2 in there. Ooh, they're kind of nice. They have like no rings. They're just kind of fabric rings. It's like knitting, kind of. I don't know. I've never knitted, so I actually wouldn't know. All right. Hopefully they're long enough. They should be, according to the measurements. All right. Does this look good? Okay, so I do feel like it looks a little bulky, I'm not gonna lie. Like it sticks out a little bit. It's not perfect, but I still like it. I still like it a lot better than when all of my chaos was exposed. I might need to get some boxes, like nice looking boxes, to store some of the stuff that's on top as well, because right now it's even more visible than before. But yeah, all I wanted with this side of the room was honestly just to like mute it, and I think that's what it does. Let's keep going with the rest of the room. The next thing we're gonna tackle is hanging up the 2 picture frames. I'm just gonna put like 1 screw and I'm gonna hang them up. It's a very simple, like the way they're framed is just like 1 string like this. So I'm gonna try to like center it evenly, like the 2 of them. So yeah, let's get started. Is all good? Let's put the first one in first, and I'm gonna try to calculate 4.5 inches down. Try again. Ooh, this is kind of good. Now for this one. All right. And that's supposedly straight. Now I wonder if our walls are straight. Maybe not, but it's straight according to the law of gravity. Okay, so now I'm realizing I should have probably started with that process, but I'm gonna prime this first. I have the primer here, and then I'm gonna paint it afterwards. So now that the primer is drying, I'm gonna try to hang the poster that I have, put it in the frame, and try to hang it on this brick wall. And if you know anything about brick walls, it's kind of hard to hang stuff on them because you have to like put a nail, I guess, in the beam. To be honest, I've never done it, so we're gonna figure that out together. In the living room, there were nails that were already in the beams, so we used those to hang some art in our living room. So I'm gonna try to put it somewhat in the middle. It's not gonna be exactly in the middle because I'm depending or relying on the beam, but I'm also just hoping that it goes in. So we're gonna try to hammer. I have this big nail. Might need to get a smaller one if this one doesn't go in, but I kind of wanted it to be big because it's a fairly big frame. So I'm gonna put the poster in the frame first. Let's see how it looks. All right, I like it. It looks really good. All right, so my only issue from what I'm seeing, I guess that I didn't know about this frame, is that it doesn't have like a string in the middle. It's like two hooks that would have to be perfectly apart from each other, which is obviously going to be impossible with this. So I might just try to pass a string through so I can hang it. It's not the sturdiest frame either, but it was cheap, so you get what you pay for. All right, well, first of all, let me actually just try to put that nail in. Okay, so what I did is that I actually I put the thread through like a million times I threaded it through the two holes, whatever, like a billion times, so it would be like sturdy. So I'm hoping that it does well. We'll see. Oh, hey, this actually kind of works. Does it work? You guys can tell me. I just don't, it's hard to put it straight because the brick wall is kind of like, oh, okay. It's higher than I wanted it to be. Yeah, I wanted it lower. It's actually fairly in the middle, all things considered. Oh, of course there's one of Ziggy's hair in there. That's fine. Okay, so I didn't film that part because it was kind of tedious and boring, but I cut the fabric for my throw pillow case, and I'll insert like the tutorial that I'm using if you guys are curious. It's very simple. I mean, I guess it's very simple only if you kind of know how to sew already, but it's just like a envelope throw pillow insert, so it doesn't require a zipper or anything. I'm gonna try to do this. Hopefully it'll be fairly quick. And then I don't have the pillow inserts yet. I need to go buy some. I thought I would just do this as I'm waiting for the first coat of paint to dry on the little shelf thing. But yeah, now it's kind of starting to get dark, so I'm thinking I might have to finish all of this tomorrow. I'm gonna try to at least get this pillowcase done, and then a second coat of paint on the shelf, and then I'll clean up. And then tomorrow I'll go buy the plants, I'll go buy a pillow insert, and then I'll do the last little final touches. I'm also thinking of buying desk accessories to finish up my desk because it is looking a little bare, and I just want it to look a little bit more finished. So we'll see what I find tomorrow, but for now, I'm gonna get to sewing. So when I said that I was gonna finish up tomorrow, I actually meant a week later because I had a really busy week. So it's been a week since I started this makeover, but I just didn't have time to do like any of the final touches, buy the plants, do some more stuff, and made this pillow. Doesn't it look so good? I'm definitely gonna make more of those. It was a very easy tutorial. I'm gonna show you the full tour now that it's pretty much finished. I definitely plan on doing more to this office because there's still a few things that I want to add and that I would consider quote unquote not finished, but it's so much better than it was, and honestly I'm super happy with how it turned out. I feel like I'm gonna get so much work done and I'm gonna be so creative in this space, and I love it, and I'm so grateful that I have this space to myself, and I feel very lucky. So without further ado, let me give you the full tour. When you enter the room, sorry, I have like my ladder here because I literally don't know where else to put it. So I got this massive, it's pretty massive. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it's a Monstera, and I still need to get like a proper plant pot, but apparently I'm gonna have to repot it in about a month. So I'm probably gonna wait until I have to repot it to get like a nicer pot. I also got this plant that I put in that corner, and same thing. It's kind of looking a little bare right now. I just put a plate under it so I can water it, but it's also a Monstera, but just a different variety, I guess, because the leaves don't have those like holes. But that looks really cute next to the chair. Then we have my little seating area. I'm very happy with how this mint green turned out for this little shelf thing. The pillow looks really nice. I feel like it adds, I mean, listen, I'm not a minimalist by any means, so I know there's like a lot of patterns, but I just love how they mesh all together. And then we have the frames, the guitars. I just love how this little corner looked. Definitely my favorite section of the room. I also had this plant in the bedroom, but I felt like where it wasn't getting enough light, so I thought I would just add it here. Over there, I actually ended up removing or like putting away my sewing machines just because I don't really use them that much on a daily basis. And if you've been following my channel, you know that I'm doing a lot of photography at the moment, and I really wanted to have a space that is dedicated to that. So right now I have just a bunch of my cameras. I'm also thinking of using this space as a mini studio to do product photography. So I'm gonna keep that space kind of free to be able to set that up. And then over here we have my desk. So I ended up getting this green desk pad. It just makes it look so nice and finished. And then I just set up some magazines and notebooks that I have and put this lamp on top of it. I just love how everything is really coming together in terms of the color scheme. I also forgot to mention that I didn't buy a new rug. This was actually in the living room, and I switched them up because as I was putting together the room, I realized there was so much green in this room, and I feel like this red toned rug is really adding more balance and more contrast. So I switched them up. I feel like this corner of the room, I would still like to do more work on. This little corner over there, I just have this little storage unit. I would actually eventually like to put a record player here, and then over there I'm going to add a bed for Ziggy so he can hang out with me when I'm working. But yeah, that's the final look. Oh, also I forgot to say, but I'll definitely be adding another like framed print over my desk as well, because that wall is still pretty blank. That's going to be everything for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed watching it. I hope that you got some good tips. I think my main takeaway and main tip when it comes to home decor, decorating, makeovers, all that stuff is really try to get crafty and try to get creative and use what you have. Thrift a lot of things. That's just my favorite thing to do. I feel like thrifting and finding things in antique stores really just takes the guesswork out of it too, because you have so few options, I guess, that you just pick whatever you're drawn to and you put everything together and it's just an assortment of all the things you love. And generally it ends up looking pretty good together. At least that's been my experience. Now I'm gonna go and edit this video in my brand new space. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.